Is there any like particular event when you think that okay, now I am feeling interested about data science, let me explore this career?
Yeah, I'll tell you honestly about this. So there was not any particular event as such. I was mostly driven by my financial insecurities. Mostly I was planning what I will do after my PhD in astronomy, because I figured out early that way in astronomy academia is not going to be very smooth, and of course cost opportunity cost will be high. So I started thinking on this line that what a physics PhD can do after his PhD. During that course, I hold on a book called How I Became a Quant. So this is a very good book. I'll suggest you all. So this is a book about 25 quant elite. I observed that most of them were from physics or other basic sciences. Let me clear first thing. Quant is a quantitative analyst. These are the people who make mathematical models for a lot of hedge fund and other investment bank. So they earn a lot of like insane amount of money. So I was immediately attracted to that. But I explored other things also. I explored finance, yeah, of course, for becoming quant, but I don't see much option for that there in India. I explored a little bit of economics. I explored even psychology, because I myself was going through some kind of mental breakdown. I thought all of these are my careers, but after maybe like carefully analyzing and asking wiser people and analyzing all the opportunity and cost, I decided to go all into the data science, because this was the thing, you see, with my position was giving me maximum output with the minimum effort.
Yes, sir. Because this what you told about the finance part, it is like very essential part in our life. And often in academics, we see it is hushed under the carpet. Like it is not generally talked about in the open regarding that finance part. Great. So, sir, when
Yes,
you
that's
realize
right.
that you are in, yeah. So, sir, when you realize that like you are interested in data science, how you started to explore the field of data science? Because it's like it's too vast. Like we can
Yeah, that's
get
right.
our
Yeah, that's right. It's too vast, and it is difficult to sometimes start on, and people start fearing the topic once they see the vastness. So I started with a book, very simple book. The book name is Hands-on Machine Learning. So in first few chapter, I was able to like see some of the machine learning models that very like so-called high machine learning models. And I figured that out very really. This is nothing much. This is just the modeling that we have been doing since very long. So this is just curve fitting, nothing else. And that after like losing the fear, I started taking some courses. I took Andrew Nook course. That course is also very popular and very good. And luckily, I was doing a project in astronomy. So luckily, I got a project related to machine learning and astronomy also. So that gave me like another boost. And slowly, it took me around 1 year. I was doing the PhD along with it. It took me around 1 year to to get like to get skilled enough to get a job in industry.
okay, sir. So, sir, often we see that this is a tendency among youngsters, specifically during these generation Z, as we call it, that we often tend to move towards any trend without much thinking about it. So, like data science is a hot topic now. Everybody wants to get into data science. So, according to you, sir, what are the prerequisites that one should have regarding soft skill, hard skill, like a mentality, which is often neglected about a mentality of a person that a person should possess to be successful in this field?
Uh, yeah, I'll touch upon that. So first thing I like to mention that it's not bad to move with the trend. It's actually good. I think it's actually good. But the legendary will try to forecast the trend and make themselves available on time. So that's right. It's quite cool to move with the trend. We shouldn't downplay that skill of the person. And about the skills, you asked, I'm really confused. What skill I should tell you? You know, because world is becoming too unpredictable to plan for. So technologies are changing very fast. Job that we should see hot today might not be relevant tomorrow. So all I can say, even like you are young also, you don't really need a job right away. So I'll see mostly focus on learning, learn how to learn, and learn how to learn fast and well. Mostly try to learn from the first principle. Elon Musk has said that also, that he just see in an interview that whether a person can learn from the first principle or not. First principle is like from the first assumption or the first experiment that has been done on the field. For example, all the electrodynamics comes from the first principle called Coulomb's law. So yeah, it's not very easy sometimes to learn, keep learning new skills. Our brain starts revolting after some period of time. Maybe I'll say make it a habit. Reserve some of your daily time and reserve that time for learning new skill always. So yeah, there are a lot of skills that you will require, but if you have this skill, this is like father skill, master skill, you'll not have difficult time picking up other skill whenever you'll be required.
Yes. So learn to learn and learn to learn fast. So
Yeah, today technology is changing fast, so you'll have to. That's sad, but you'll have to become little fast here.
yeah, we will always have to be ahead, or else कोई पीछे छोड़ के आगे कुचल के आगे निकल जाएगा. That
That's right.
previous dialogue. Yeah. So sir, now let me come to a very important question that keeps lingering around the mind for basic science student, like corporate versus academics. Like I don't know why, but like we basic science students, we have this feeling that corporate is something. It has a toxic work culture. It is highly competitive environment, and maybe that is one of the reasons like we chose data science over engineering or more industry-based corporate skills. So sir, can you give us a reality check in this regard?
Yeah, I'll tell you. I was quite prejudiced about the same thing about the corporate that you guys are telling. But I figured out more or less same thing is true in academia also. You can get some very good professor, or you might get some toxic professor also. And you of course know about academia, how competitive it is to get a permanent position in any institute or research institute. And I feel that in academia, especially in India, a lot of people are doing bullshit job. Don't get me rude. Bullshit job is like a management term. You can search about that. So basically what I mean that they are not doing very meaningful jobs. They are very much disconnected to the industry and the reality, and their students suffers after they complete their PhD because of this system. And also I think that the academia system is lacking skin in the game. Skin in the game, by skin in the game, I mean, for example, I'm working on some project right now. So if I fail in the project, my manager will have his neck on the line along with mine. But if I fail in a PhD, if my experiment fails or like my thought process fails, I don't see much of the repercussion to my supervisor also. His life will be as full as it was earlier. And other thing is that you are taking quite a risk while being in PhD. You see that I've seen some examples that in few years everything is good, advisor is quite good, but in the later year when they hold more power on you because you are in fourth year, fifth year, you might not leave. So more centralization of power doesn't have very good results, you see. Of course, I'll get a qualification here that all of the advisors are not same, and similarly, all of the company is also not same. So if you are into bad company, bad corporate, shift and shift until you like get the right one. And in terms of corporate, I see that you will be rewarded handsomely in compared to academia. You might get a promotion in 3 months. You might get your salary doubled in 1 year. I've seen people getting a corpus of like 10 crore overnight because they were holding ESOPs for the company they were working for, and when the company got for the funding round, uh, they got something around like 9-10 crore cash. I'll explain a bit more about ESOP here. So if you work for a company give you salary, and sometimes they give you shares also. So when they go for a funding round or they are listed in the market, you can sell your ESOPs. ESOPs means employee stock options. So you can sell your ESOPs for real money. And yeah, if you value time more than money or more than other experiences, maybe a cruise, something more leisure, you can plan early retirement with this amount of corpus. I think you will have a similar race, but there are really a lot of misconceptions about corporate in academia, and yeah, that's all.
Yeah, I think that regarding what you said about the PhD and stuff, like we have also heard about it, and there are like confessions coming in Twitter about this. And I think situation is bit like it's good in foreign universities compared to here in Indian universities regarding
That's
this
it.
PhD.
That's it. I'll second that thought. In foreign university, mostly they are connected to industry, and they have their skin in the game. If their PhD student doesn't perform, get they might get their tenure on hold. So yeah, I like that. So yeah, best option can be for you guys to go USA, get a PhD there, and get into corporate there. That will be the best option. But still, you need to calculate the opportunity cost of doing PhD, because you will not be doing any job on those 5-6 year of time. And just imagine that imagine that what you will do in corporate during that 5-6 year of time.
Yeah, of course. But so as you like said about research, and we students of IISER and NISER, we are like generally interested towards research. So like, can you enlighten us like how is the research going on regarding this field of data science and AI in both academia as well as the corporates, and how they are like similar to each other or they are different?
Yeah, thanks for reminding me that I almost forgot it while back bitching academia. So there is excellent opportunity. Indeed, there is excellent opportunity in research in machine learning in some of the like industry backed university lab. So you see a lot of these tech giants, for example, Facebook, Google, Microsoft, they heavily rely on machine learning research. Otherwise, they won't be able to maintain their edge. And a similar trend will come to India eventually. So research is basically very important. So most of these MNC, they fund a lot of university research lab for their project. So these are industry backed research lab, and after their PhD, they mostly hire all of the students. So this option can be, I think, should be priority to all of you if you want to go into the machine learning way. Also, the DeepMind, the company was also created by PhD and the postdoc student of John Shaw Taylor. He was a professor of UCL in machine learning. You can see their profile on LinkedIn. They are interesting people.
Yeah, the DeepMind, they are doing great stuff nowadays.
Yes, they are doing. So yeah, for to get into machine learning PhD, you'll have to prepare yourself by now. You need to know basics at least, and you need to have some research experience, internship experience in the similar field. So yeah, plan accordingly, I'll say.
Yeah, like we can get to the planning part a little next, so that we get the students can give a better idea. So sir, this
Yeah.
is the next question that I'm going to ask. This question has come a lot of times, and this is a major question for like a question that lingers around the brain of like common research scientist students like us. Can research students coming from
Uh,
non-software backgrounds? Yeah. So yeah. So
yes,
let me
I'm
read out.
able to. Yeah, you
Yeah.
are audible.
Yeah. So this question is has been repeated a number of times in the Google form that we had shared. So can research students coming from non-software backgrounds enter this field, and how do we compare against the CS background software engineering students like the IITians who are majorly taking up this data science role? And the first question is that is there a demand for such research students like us in the companies and in the corporates? And if yes, then why is that?
Yeah. So look, I'll say this question is a plain skew. Uh, Really, this is a plain skew. Have you heard people from mechanical or civil getting a software job? Have you heard that?
Yeah. Yeah.
So why can't you guys do that? So I have seen very good, brilliant engineer who were from the mechanical or civil engineering background. They give maybe 1 year or 6 months, and they clear very good CS job interview in some very reputed company like Google, Amazon. So I don't see any reason that you guys can't do. So even I have seen lawyers and historians doing software jobs. So you are a quite good place, and this time is quite like quite good time. There has nothing like this in the history. You are not limited by anything. Everything is on the internet, and you can start it anytime. You can even clear software developer engineer interview with like 6 months or 1 year of maybe like work will be little harder. And data science is, I think, quite a lot your field. So data science will be quite comfortable for you guys to get it. I've observed
Yeah.
that also, that I feel that data science as a topic is not a CS topic. It's mathematics or a statistics topic mostly.
Yeah, I think because like we generally are used to these statistical models, like in anywhere in research, also even in biology, for modeling the experience, we require the statistics model. So I think yeah, we are suited for it. Yeah, so this brings me to the next question that like you identify yourself as a research data scientist. And like we have also heard about the certain terms like data analyst, data engineering, data scientist is different terms. So like what are these different roles? And can you like enlighten us about their differences and which roles we research students will be suitable for?
Yes, that's right. So I'll say that it will be too early for you guys to fix on a specific role. For now, you should try to be more open. Of course, there are multiple analytics role: ML engineer, ML ops, data engineer, cloud engineer, data scientist, DevOps engineer. And engineering has a lot more scope than the data science. You should like not look down upon the engineering. A lot has been done. You see, a lot has been done in the maths because that's paper pen business. But getting it in the ground running is a real challenge. I myself has like recently started. I was not aware of that. I myself recently started appreciating more of the engineering beauty. So maybe you should learn a bit about system design as a subject. That's, I'll say, too interesting to be missed out. And engineering job are also challenging enough. I won't say that they are not challenging. You see UPI, like very successful system. It's not a mathematical genius, it's an engineering genius. So I'll say like, yeah, be little open about engineering also, and data analyst also. I'll tell you how the workflow goes. So data scientists mostly decide upon the model, that which model to decide on, and model think it as a equation to fit. So data science mostly do that. They decide on the model. After model has been decided, you need that to be deployed into the production. So lot of engineering guys generally take care of that. In industry, I will say that for one data scientist, there is a vacancy of 3 data engineers. So yeah, keep this in mind also.
Uh, so, sir, it brings me to the next question. Like, what is startup and entrepreneurship look like in the domain of data science and AI? Like, is it possible as a career path that we can come, like these companies have started up, like Amazon and Flipkart and then Tesla and everything. So, is such companies are possible? Entrepreneurship and startups are possible in the data science and AI. Like DeepMind, they have been around. So, new during our time, is it possible?
Yeah, of course, this is possible. But I will say, for me personally, it's my opinion. Jumping directly into a startup will be too risky because of the nature of work. This work is like medical practice. You don't generally see a medical graduate like getting a hospital for on his own just after his MBBS. So it's like nature of work. So you become good as you have more hands-on. But I am seeing a lot of startup uh, on the field of NLP, computer vision, quantum computers also. So some of the companies are there. For example, QPI, Boston Q, my company, the math company, Senseforth. All of these are mostly startups. And for quantum computer, I'll say that we are still waiting for the transistor moment for the quantum computer. Once we have the quantum transistor, some quantum analog to the transistor, then I'll say jump there as soon as possible.
Yeah.
So
Good. Yeah.
Yeah, tell me.
So this is like a bit it just came into my mind and I got curious about this question. Like we have heard like there's a Mac company, for example, it's an analytics company. And so like my question is like what exactly this company does? Like these are like just a nick of time it came to my mind. Like what is the purpose of such companies?
Yeah, I'll tell you. So this company is a consulting company. So consulting company is a type of company other than the product company. So it's a consulting company. We help other business clients to use their data in a better way. That's a short answer. And we have some products also, mostly analytics products that we are into developing, but that we help them develop.
Okay, so great. So, sir, like there are like we have heard about like few companies like DeepMind and etc. that we have heard about, but these are all like foreign-based companies. So, are there like Indian companies who are developing skill sets or they are working on products which are similar to these that Google AI and everything they are working on, or Indian companies have been catching up with you?
Yes, that's right. I've seen recently a lot of Indian companies working great on the field of on the field of AI ML. So one is I told QPI. So that's really great company. You just see their profile. Another is Boson Q. They are working on AI and quantum computers. Some NLP companies are also there. Senseforth is one of them. And there is a company I remember. It's on biotech. I don't actually know what they do, but something around biostatistics and medicine discovery. So name of the company is Elucidata. So you can see their profile. They are doing like some great work. Things are that startup culture and innovation culture is coming in India also. And like in no time, that will be like full-fledged system.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
And mostly I'll say that uh, industry is waiting for you guys to come in. You guys will have more research capability and yeah, more research ethics.
Yeah. So, sir, my next question is like what does a day normally look like in the life of a data scientist? So there are like cheesy YouTube videos, a day in the life of a software engineer, so a day in the life of a data scientist at the map company.
You see, don't expect like very interesting day for us. Mostly we do data cleaning and we experiment a lot on Jupyter Notebook. Like we do like around hundreds of experiments before we decide on the model. And then we finalize something, and then come the real challenge of the production and the deployment. So that like even take more time. But yeah, we have some good moments also when your model works and when your model is quite accurate, quite precise, and it's giving good result, and you are seeing the business impact of it.
Yeah. Okay. So, sir, can you tell us about a glimpse of the view, like how generally how is the data science community in general, like in India and also abroad?
I'll say like, yeah, this community is quite supportive, and we are quite open. We know that nobody has right answer in the term of data, so we are supportive, and we yes, we are open, and we try to innovate. We do a lot of experiments, so you can get into some of the community also. Like you'll have to maybe explore a little bit on the LinkedIn network, little bit here and there. And I'll say rather that you can create your own community from basic science. You want to switch into data science, you can gather people from other IITs, their masters from statistics, masters from physics, maybe mathematics, and gather all of them together. Maybe make your on community, help each other growing, getting a job, referring each other. So yeah.
Yeah, I think we are working on it, and we should also, all of us should work on this aim together, that we should build a community on our own, which will be fully supporting for us. So, sir, now the
Yeah,
next
that is very much required.
yeah,
You see computer science people, they have like very good sense of community. They help each other, and they have most of the things sorted, because that's old also. So you guys can also do that.
yeah, that's very essential. So, sir, now the next question is, it has been asked a number of times, that where and how you landed the job immediately after you completed like your MS. So, what was
I,
that magical formula that you used to get the job?
See, it's not magical, and I won't say that it was immediate. I tried a lot. I tried for like at least 1 year. Uh, I tried in the sense that I was reading, upskilling myself, and after that, when I decided that I leave academia, I don't have any choice. Then uh, I started marketing more aggressively, contacting people, sending them my resume, emailing coldly, and some of them replied. Some of them I got the interview call, and whenever I got the interview call, I mostly cracked it. So yeah, it was not hard, and it's not magical. There is no shortcut to it, I will say. Yeah, but yeah, if you will have a community, and if you will have contact in the various company, if you get referred easily, it will be easy, relatively.
Yeah. So, sir, does, like you said, you did cold emailing. So, does the cold emailing it work?
Yeah, it worked. I'll say conversion ratio was 1 out of 50. But
One out of
I
50.
1 out of 50. Yeah, I didn't have much
Oh,
contact in the industry, so I had to go the hard way. But I don't want you guys to go the hard way. So yeah, that's
yeah.
why that's why I'm trying to be here.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Like we are truly grateful that you are supporting us, and you will be supporting us in this journey. And we hope that as IISc and also the community, we can build a strong community for like basic science students in data science, and it will be really helpful for all of us. So now, one of the most important, like before, like I will just shuffle a question a little bit, so that because if we go to the last question, it will immediately cause chaos in the chat box and people will be asking more and more questions. So, sir, if you could go back in time, what advice would you give to your younger self before you start this journey in the field of AI and data science? Like, I really want to know about it.
Yeah, I'll say that had I been more open, because why I'm saying that open in the sense that open in the opinion, because I was damn sure that I want to be a physicist when I was in 10th standard. And since then, I was extremely focused. And I used to see other people confusing. And I used to think that why they are so confused. They are not focused. They can't do anything in their life. But now I think that had I been more open, I I did close my eyes on the other interesting stuff than physics also. I see finance is interesting. I see economics interesting. I see psychology is very much interesting. A lot need to be done in field of psychology. That is the field that we as a society has left behind quite a bit. So yeah, I'll say, and I'll also suggest don't fix too much. You see, world is too unpredictable to plan for. Make yourself a little bit more open.
Yeah, great. It is really a great advice, actually, to not conceal yourself in a small cocoon and think, okay, I will do it. I'm too much. I am a great student. I have landed in a national institute. Now I will just do research. The research is, of
Yes.
course, great. So, sir, now the most requested question of all time: how do we start our journey in the field of data science? What are the important subjects, topics, resources, books, online courses, paid, both unpaid, that you would recommend?
Oh yeah, I'll tell you all of these, and I'll send you a note also because most of that you will forward. And
Yeah,
there are a lot of resources there. Lot of resources. Resources you can't consume. I think it's like more resources than the people that who need to
yeah.
consume. So
That is also
uh,
the sometimes difficult because like we search in data YouTube and there is thousands of courses and like we are confused which one to follow.
so yeah, that's called information flooding. So you all of are drowning into information. So I'll say that start with the hands-on machine learning. That's a book by Aaron or Leon Garon. So that's excellent book. So it will make you lose all the fear that you have with the subject. And after that, you can start Andrew Noog, their course. He has multiple course on Coursera, and he has courses on ML also. So once you do these two, uh, you won't need my help after that. After that, you will be able to figure out things also. And I'll tell one more thing. Grab any project you see around. Grab any project, ML project you see around. That there can nothing be more helpful than this. And after some time, after having like one or two courses from Andrew Nook, start doing Kaggle projects very soon while you are in college, and do solve these projects in a team. That will help you and other people grow also. And after you are done with the preparation, uh, and also like yeah, expand your connection or LinkedIn, contact senior people from other universities who has done this before. uh, Talk to them, maybe like ask them what they are doing, how did they do that, and maybe get convince them for a mentorship, like convince them to guide you one to one, because otherwise yeah, you might drawn into information that will not be very helpful. Yeah, but anyway, you are young, you have enough time. You guys can do all the experiments and all the surfing of the web.
Yes, sir. Like for the mentorship also, we had heard that people has recommended us that we should reach out to people and ask for their mentorship. So like I had this personal question also. You may say that whom to reach out? Should we reach out to the professors because often they're too busy? Or
No, prof. I here in this field, if you want to get into corporate just after master, So professor won't be very helpful. Reach out to the person who has gone through the same path, who was into basic science and they are doing into industry. Maybe reach out some other people, whoever is there in your contact, maybe your friend of friend. If you start searching, you will find it like in no time, 1 or 2 months, you will find someone. And if you want to get into the PhD in machine learning, yeah, then reach out to the professor. Reach out to the professor. There are a lot of good research happening in IIT Madras, IIT Kharagpur, and IIIT Bangalore. All of those places. Get into an internship. Get as much as hands-on there. Maybe publish 1 or 2 papers. Then apply in USA or yeah UK. UCL is in UK. So UK, apply there, get a PhD position. After that, you will know what to do.
Okay. Yeah, sir. Great. So, sir, so guys, this brings us to the end of the session. Now we will be opening the Q&A session, and also there are some specific questions that you guys have sent us to the Google form. So you guys can start putting questions in the chat box, and in the meanwhile, I will be going through the questions that most of you have asked. So, sir, one of the important questions that the students of IISER have asked, that between physics and mathematics as majors, which should I take to proceed in the field of data science?
Yeah, I have a bias about physics. I think that mathematicians are very much disconnected from the reality. But anything is fine if you are doing mathematics and you are more into statistics and computational mathematics. That's actually quite better.
Okay. And so there is also a next question, that how do I contribute to the field of physics using the data science techniques?
Yeah, that's an excellent question. So I myself did some of the project in astronomy. So astronomy has a lot of scope doing data science. A lot of image processing we do there. So computer vision, even like satellite maneuvering and telescope maneuvering, all of that we can do using machine learning. So there is great scope there. In high energy physics, there is great scope. Have you heard of like something like protein folding? It's like biotech. So that has huge scope. Protein folding, prediction of that how protein amino acids will fold. Biostat has huge scope. So yeah, I've seen a lot of physicists doing biostats through statistical mechanics. So yeah, these are the field. Yeah, these are the field where you can apply machine learning, deep learning directly.
Yeah, so there, as you said about the biostats, so there are also questions about that. Can people from biology background pursue data science? And what is the scope in this regard? What is the use of AI in medicine science?
Yes, there is a lot. So medicine discovery is nowadays lot dependent on the machine learning. Analyzing X-ray images and ECG data, signal, all of these machine learning can be like consumed here too much. And biostatistics is the one already, like I told you about the biostatistics. Neuroscience has huge scope. We get a lot of neuron signal, but we don't generally understand. So we can try like, yeah, pattern recognition there. And yeah, I'll say for the specific to the biology people, don't skip math. Math can't be skipped. And you don't need very hard mathematics in machine learning. Like, but you need to be clear on the basic. And you definitely can't skip coding. Python is extremely necessary. You need to know NumPy, Pandas, and some of like sklearn, some of the library. You need to know that very well. And also you need to know a bit of object-oriented programming concept.
Okay, sir. So the next question is related to it. It has been asked by Bevan. Sir, when did you start your journey in computer science? As a student yet to start learning computer science, is it too late or is it plausible to start? So some
No, it's a start.
Yeah.
I'll say yeah, it's not late. It's never late. I didn't start computer science. Basically, I was doing coding. Computer science is more vast than what I do. My project in the astronomy was was in Python, and it heavily relied on my coding skills. So I learned some there, and after that I started reading more on the computer science, little bit, mostly on the object oriented programming. Believe me, this is not all the computer science. These are very easy part to start with. You can start here, and it's not late. It took me around 1 year to, and I was very comfortable also. I didn't work hard for 1 year. It was like I used to come after my job, like after my PhD work, I used to come back and 2 or 3 hours just extra work daily for 1 year, and it was uh yeah, it was done.
Okay, sir. So there is a question from Atharva. I would like to know about how did you search for jobs, as IISERs and NISERs hardly have well working placement cells. Did you do any industry internship during BSMS?
No, I didn't do any industry experience, and I'm sad that either and neither don't have placement cell. They should have a placement cell. ISI Kolkata, ISI Delhi, they have very good placement cell. They are also doing basic science, and they place their students with very good package, around like median package is 17 like last time I checked. So yeah, you guys should have placement cell, very good placement cell. And I did completely externally. So I did it by myself mostly. I networked, I mailed people, I reached out to people, and this was the hardest part, I will say.
Yeah, sir. That's really good.
Yeah, but
So
yeah, if
sir,
you have opportunity to do industry internship, that will be very good.
okay. Yeah. So there is also a question that will it not be risky for middle class family children to switch from basic science to a career in data science? As after basic science, we might take a drop, and yeah, it's regarding that.
I'll say that it will be riskier not switching.
Well, yeah, that's a good
So
answer, I think.
yeah, so doing basic science, you will cover more risk than switching. So yeah, plan yourself.
And so there is also a question by Sahil, like, what is the median salary of data scientist? Directly
Salary is
guess
good.
into the salary. Yeah.
I'm legally bound not to tell my salary, but I'll say salary is good for a data science. You will get around 12, 10 to 12 median salary is that. And if you are successful to move to USA, there you will get like a lot more salary. And it's very fast. Growing in the industry is very fast. If you demonstrate your capability, you will switch, and you will get, every time you switch, you can expect at least 30% hike after till some time.
Okay. So sir, there is also a question like, what is the future of finance and the application of data science in the field of finance?
Yeah, I'll say that they were the earliest consumer of data science, so to say pattern recognition these days. So they called it quant. I I Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. So they call it quant. Read the book How I Became Quant if you are more interested into finance, and take a course on MIT Open Courseware YouTube. That is called Finance One, MIT Open Courseware. That course is quite good, and they are referring one book. I read that book and solved that book also. So that book is good also. You can start from there.
Okay, sir. I think that answers the question. So, guys, is there any more question that you want to ask, sir? Like, you can just, even now, you can just even unmute and ask, sir. No problem. So, sir, there is a question like, currently I am pursuing PhD in neuroscience and I want to transition to DL. What are the options for me?
Yeah, I mentioned there is great options. Lot of lot of machine learning and pattern recognition has like they are using a lot of computer science into the pattern recognition from neuroscience. So I have seen one of the company. You see, sorry, there is a person called Mike X Cohen. So you can see his profile. So he has a course on statistics. So he is actually neuroscientist. He is analyzing neuroscientist, neuroscience. He has a course on neuroscience through DL or machine learning also in the Udemy. You can explore that.
Okay, sir. So, there is also some question from Nandini. Can you comment on cyber security? I think cyber security and data science.
Yes. That field is actually quite growing these days. So if you are from mathematical background, you can go a little bit into the security also. There is a subject crypto, like yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I know someone who has done that. Yeah, there are a lot of courses in mathematics they float related to information hiding and information theory. Sometimes yeah, quantum information is also coming into the field very fast. Yeah.
Yeah. So there is a question like, what challenges can a biomajor face while coming to data science?
They will face little bit of mathematics problem, and they will face coding problem if they are not very much exposed to it.
Yeah. So I think we have biomajors coming to data science. They have to work on the coding skills and some mathematics. That is the
And mathematics, maybe find someone. I've seen a lot of people who were from the biology and they are working on like medical machine learning. So medical machine learning is a completely different field currently. So it's like one of the domain. Finance machine learning is a one domain, medical is one, marketing is one, something like that. So it's a field by itself. So there is a scope there.
Okay. So, sir, last question. I think Sunil is asking: is course from IIT Madras on data science are good to enroll?
Yeah, they are good to enroll, but I'll say that I'm expecting that to be slow. You don't require 3 years to learn that, but I'm very much sure that course will be good. So IT professor themselves are teaching that. It's not something like other private upgrade are doing that for IIT Madras, and you will get the degree of IIT Madras. So their professor themselves are doing, and IIT Madras has one of the oldest departments of machine learning.
Great. I think that clears the doubt pretty well. So, guys, is there any more questions, or we can call it a day?
Kartikeya has a question. I got a field related to bio and ML for bio measures, but can you please give some points on challenge we can face? Uh, I told you you might face challenge in coding. Maybe brush your coding up and mathematics. And I don't see any other challenges that you can face. I'm sure that you are good to go. You are already taking ML courses. Yes, our programming is quite popular. As Varun Raj has asked, what about our programming language? Is it good for data science? Our programming is quite good. Most of the statisticians use, but knowing that will be helpful. But Python is more popular, and Python is more helpful when we try to deploy the machine learning.
Yeah.
Yeah, you. I'll share my LinkedIn profile.
Okay.
So yeah, you can search me there. Let me see whether I can share that now or not.
Yeah, so I have shared your profile.
Yeah, that's great. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was not opening to me.
yeah, great. So, sir, I think, sir, you have prepared a roadmap for data science, how to begin in the field of data science. If you can like share it with us, we will be sharing with the whole community about it.
Yeah, sure. I'll write something down. Look, the problem is that same roadmap doesn't work for all. But
Yeah.
yeah, the two courses I suggested will work for all. And once you do that two courses and you are well connected to the community, you are connected to like some of the data scientists in LinkedIn, you will know other pathways.
Okay, great. So probably Sunil is again asking that diploma in data science from IIT Madras for 8 months. Is it good to enroll or not?
I think that is provided by some private company
Yeah,
like
like,
Upgrade, and I don't believe them. I don't believe them really. So I don't see use of any courses. If you have a master, MS, BS, MS in any of the basic science, I don't see use of this diploma. Master is a greater degree than diploma. So, so prepare yourself. There are a lot of courses. Just struggle a bit. As I told you, need to learn how to learn. So, so that will be a better way.
okay, guys. So we are running late, but I think we can take this last question. That is how a data science interview goes in the industry. Is it based on data science projects, courses one has done, or is there something more?
I'll say that completely depends on the company that you are interviewing for, but mostly they'll ask about machine learning algorithm and your past data science project. I'll say have some very good data project into your CV and do a lot of projects. Do at least around 50, 60 projects from somewhere here and there, and best of 3 or 4 into your profile, and most probably they'll ask question from project that you have done.
Okay, so thanks. I think we can now call it a day. So, for sir, thank you for giving your valuable time for us. It truly means a lot for us that you have given your time for this cause. And sir, we as IIC, we will IIC from IIC, we will be keeping in touch with you, of course, as like we had already discussed. And as a matter of fact, also that you had said that we either lack this placement cells. So from IIC, we will be also, and from IISER Berhampur as a whole, we will be also trying to uh, force this gap so that there is seamless transition
Yeah,
between
of course.
academic and industry.
Yeah, please do that. That will be very good. And IISER Berhampur is new institute, so whatever that you set up now will continue forever. So you will be pioneer of that. So yeah, do that, please.
Yeah, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. It really means a lot for us.
Okay, thank Vito, for giving me the opportunity, and thank you all of the
It's a
people
pleasure.
who came here. And the response has been overwhelming for me. I see a lot of people joining. So great. Thank you all.
Okay, thank you. And also, everyone, thank you for joining us. It has been a really pleasure of IIC to held and conduct this meeting. In future, also, we will be conducting many more meetings, and in every meeting, we hope to see a wonderful crowd like this. Thank you. Great. Have a nice day.
Yeah, thanks.